Central Illinois this week. I'm the Matt Conservative Crime Fighter. We are up in Street, Illinois for Powerhouse Wrestling as we are going to show the Central Illinois Hall of Fame ceremony for Crusher Tim Lyle in the next segment, but coming to the ring, the Carmelos.
Okay, you're new. I like your bow tie, by the way. Okay. Guys, they're from 1, 2, 3, 4. You asked me that last time. I made fun of your pajama pants, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
You can't count.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28,
We're at 75 or something.
45 people are here to see the debut match of my twin brother.
More than that.
I love my bodyguard, Drew Carmelo.
What's with you?
And here we go. This is his first match, and we're starting at the top. Me and Drew talked about this. We want the biggest, the baddest, the toughest wrestler back there. No, it's not Harker Dirge. We want the Super Destroyer right here, right now. Bring that match freak out here.
Famous last words.
Here's the opponent.
This guy's serious.
Standing 6 foot 8 inches tall, weighing 375 pounds. The Super Destroyer.
This Xander Carmelo may want to get some, I don't know, cast put on his wrists. I mean, they're limp. Good grief. Drew Carmelo challenging the Super Destroyer. And contrary to popular belief, that is not Trick Wyatt. I know that for a fact. Super Destroyer coming to the ring in this one-on-one matchup. I think Drew Carmelo is going to regret calling out Super Destroyer. So here we go. I'll wish you all a Merry Christmas as Christmas is coming up this weekend and no wrestling events this weekend or New Year's weekend, so we are kind of dialing it back a bit here on PWCI this week, and that's why we're going to get on air the Hall of Fame ceremonies. And the bell is sounded, and Super Destroyer with a splash in the corner, catching Drew Carmelo by surprise. Splash again, and it's over. That's it. Super Destroyer just absolutely squashes Drew Carmelo.
A new Powerhouse Wrestling record of 10 seconds. The Super Destroyer.
I don't know what the ring announcer said, but it was a 10-second fall bell to bell. Exactly. And Drew Carmelo in his debut match. Congratulations. Supremely embarrassed by getting demolished that fast. And really, Drew Carmelo had his head turned towards his manager, and Destroyer just charged him. Just like that. Well, we'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wanted to be in the professional wrestling business? Well, here is your chance now. Make sure to contact Pinfall Academy, 217-572-8054, located at the brand new facility at 101 North 4th Street in Auburn, Illinois. Pinfall Academy, where you can learn to be a wrestler, a referee, a manager, a valet. Anything that has to do with professional wrestling, we'll teach you how to get it done. Pinfall Academy, where the new crop begins.
To introduce to the ring the mad conservative crime fighter, Stephen Lucas.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are here for another induction into the Central Illinois Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. This Hall of Fame was established 9 years ago by the crew who formed the nosebleed seats. Christopher Cooper, Robert Swint Jr., Floyd Fisher, and yours truly, to recognize those who made great contributions to the evolution of the Central Illinois pro wrestling scene to shape it into what it is today. While the NBS chose to disband, the CIPW Hall of Fame will exist for many years to come because this area continues to produce many great superstars. Before I start covering the downstate and Missouri wrestling scene via the St. Louis wrestling community at stlwrestling.livejournal.com back in 2005, back in the 90s, the CI scene was a lot smaller. A few promotions from Chicago went downstate infrequently. Another Hall of Famer, Bud Chaplin's National Wrestling Coalition, operated in Southern Illinois. Once in a while, the St. Louis promotions would venture outside its metro area. Meanwhile, in 1993, Tim Lyle founded a promotion by the name of Powerhouse Wrestling Incorporated. Its first champion is a man you all know, Kane, previously known as Angus King. Lyle, of course, had multiple personas. He was a doctor, a Russian, and a crusher. Back in the 90s, pro wrestling was regulated by the state of Illinois. Strangely enough, however, regulations were not applied equally, with some promotions allowed to do whatever they wanted, while others were strictly regulated. Tim Lyle exposed this hypocrisy against the state bureaucrats, and while I'm not entirely sure how he pulled it off, officials with the Department of Professional Regulation were in shock when someone in state government agreed with him and did away with wrestling regulation. It didn't take long before the local wrestling scene, freed from the restraints of government, would explode. I just started following the St. Louis wrestling scene after becoming an avid fan of a local promotion. It started the STLWC to fill the news coverage void that the St. Louis area, the capital, the jewel, crown jewel of the Midwest wrestling scene, so badly needed. I attended my first Powerhouse show back in 2005, witnessing my first Harker Dirge match and a future Hall of Famer, Jason Hades, in this ring. The main event was a War Games match between Lyle, Jimmy Shawin, and Magnum Conroy versus the Beast and the Lawless Brothers. After the match, Mr. Lyle gave me an unsolicited earful on what was a backyarder and what was a trained pro. After the event, my thoughts were, who is this man? Why is he being so negative on downstate Illinois? Why is he telling me this? How does he know the credentials of the town without doing any scouting? It made no sense, and it did feel unfair. I began to wonder if the lines between backyarder and trained pro had gotten blurred because there was plenty of trained pros who were awful at what they did, while there was folks who were perceived as yarders who were quite good at the ring at what they did. In reality, it seemed like a microcosm of the classic Chicago versus downstate mentality, which we all know too well looms large in politics, but it also extends all the way down to pro wrestling as well. Perhaps he gave the NBS the motivation to do what we could to elevate the local wrestling scene and the talent coming out of this region. Recognize the top wrestlers, educate the public, showcase their talents, so people would know the area between Chicago and St. Louis is worth our attention. Alas, despite the efforts to improve and elevate the CI wrestling scene, there are those who've gotten it into their minds that training is optional again. Some of you here may have witnessed the results of that. Merely putting up a ring in a parking lot and running shows does not legitimize you as a pro wrestler. You simply cannot self-teach the mechanics, the techniques, and the nuances it takes to be successful and minimize injury. We may not agree on everything, but we agree on this. While every credentialed trainer employs their own methods and techniques in making a potential athlete the best they can be in this ring, there is no legitimate fast track into becoming a wrestler. Training is not optional. Not now, not ever. Unless you are determined to be made a national embarrassment on the world-famous flea market. 10 years after attending Powerhouse for the first time, after lengthy reflection, maybe all along, Mr. Lyle was just lighting a fire under everyone into motivating them to prove they did belong and could hang with the best, bringing things back into focus. Today, Central Illinois talent is traveling all over the Midwest. Some of those folks you'll see in this ring tonight, something that would have happened a decade ago. And Jay Repsol of Dreamwave cites Tim Lyle as a major influence on his work as a wrestling promoter. Today, we put Tim Lyle into the Hall of Fame. Whether we love him or we hate him, we recognize him as an over 20-year promoter and wrestler, having a major hand in reshaping Illinois wrestling so it can evolve into what it is today. At this time, to induct Crusher Lyle will be one of his longtime colleagues, the reigning Powerhouse Heavyweight Champion, Harker Dirge!
All right, crime fighter. What a history lesson right there, huh? Gosh, what did he cover? What did he not cover that I can cover here?
Well, it's kind of a head scratcher, but it's an honor for me to induct Tim the Crusher Lyle into the Hall of Fame,
Of which crime fighter and his cohorts have done such a good job of organizing.
Tim started wrestling in 1986.
A lot of you probably weren't even born back then, but according to Tim, he was just about 10 years old when he started, but I don't know. He might have been a little older than that.
1986, when wrestling was hitting a worldwide boom.
Everybody was talking about it, and Tim was right in the thick of things, getting started, a young man with a passion for a sport that we all know and love, a sport that brought us all here tonight. And Tim went on to compete in the ring with some of the greatest talents who ever graced the professional ring. In fact, one of the favorite matches that I witnessed him in was against the hardcore legend Terry Funk. And he did that just over in LaSalle. One of the bloodiest, most brutal matches, and you can see it online if anybody's intrigued. You can see it online on the Powerhouse Wrestling Facebook page. And you can watch Tim go toe-to-toe with the hardcore legend Terry Funk. But that's not all. As Tim proceeded as a professional wrestler, he started this, what brought us all here right now, Powerhouse Wrestling. He was the figurehead, the mastermind behind all of it. And Powerhouse has not only brought in WWE superstar and first ever champion Kane, as you mentioned. I mean, we've had Hall of Famer Cowboy Bob Orton in these rings. Father of Randy Orton, for those of you young guys that don't remember Cowboy, when he was side by side with Roddy Piper at the first WrestleMania.
A cast on his arm for about 5 years.
He did have a cast on his arm. See, you know what you talk about. I don't want to go on forever. Crime Fighter handled a lot of it, and Tim, who knows how long he could talk.
Tell me to kill time.
Some of you know. You see, I wrestled for many years down in the southern states of the United States. And when I moved up north, I wanted to come to Powerhouse Wrestling. I'd heard all about it, and I wanted to come to Powerhouse Wrestling. So I got my package together. I sent the videos and the photographs for consideration to Tim, and he had my phone number with that, and he was interested in bringing me here. And he gave me a call on the phone. I was living up in Michigan at the time, and I answered the phone, and I talked, and Tim talked, and Tim talked, and talked a little more. The battery on my phone went dead. So I found another phone in the house, and I called him on that one, and he never skipped a beat. It's like this has happened to him 3 times already that day, where he talked and the phone went dead, and talked again. And he brought me up here, and I got my first batch for Powerhouse around 1998, I believe it was. So I've been here for the long haul, and I'll continue to be. That's why it's a good pleasure for me right now. Thank you. To bring the ring right now, Tim the Crusher Lyle! to hand this to you since the Hall of Fame proudly adopts the Crusher Tim Lyle into the Central Illinois Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame. It is an honor to introduce Mr. Lyle into the Hall of Fame for his outstanding performances, determination, dedication, and professionalism in Central Illinois professional wrestling.
This is one of the rare moments that I step out of character. I'm very honored to receive this. Unfortunately, without my trifocals, I can't read it. I'm that old. When I was a kid, 22 years old, I always wanted to be a wrestler since I was 3. I have old home footage of my mom and dad shot my dad and I wrestling on the carpet, you know, getting him in a toe hold and stuff like that. Still watch that stuff. 22 years old, my dream came true. I got into the business, and it's just been up ever since. And I'll tell you, it breaks my heart today. I don't want to say anything bad about the kids wrestling. We got a great bunch of guys in the back. There's a lot of great wrestlers in the indie market today. But when I came into this business, I got into it not for me. I got into it to entertain you, all of you. And to this day, that's all I do. I put 150% in. I don't care what I do. It's, whether you boo me, you cheer me, whatever, I'm always going to be there for you fans. Ever, always, nothing. All right? So this is not for me. This is for all of you. I don't know what to say. This is the one time, like, he can tell you my tongue is tied. You all right there, brother? This is the one time my tongue is tied. Normally I talk and talk and talk until I can't, you know, whatever. But I just don't know what to say. Oh, you got a picture there. Good. All right. What can I say? I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I do want to say. Thank you. Okay. Sure. Here's one thing. All right. I know that another big shows. One of my biggest standouts was Terry Funk once said. He said, and I can do a pretty good Funk imitation. This is something that Hulk Hogan ain't gonna tell you. This is something that Ric Flair ain't gonna tell you. Stay out of jail! That's the best advice I can. Stay out of jail! You know? Thank you, thank you.
Whoa!
What?
Whoa! No!
Whoa!
No!
Back in the back! Get out of here!
Harker Dirge, all due respect, this isn't about you. My problem is not with you. My problem is with him.
Did it occur to you if you were going to have a problem with him that you should make sure I went in the ring first? Huh?
Do it. You won't do it.
I'll tell you what, that was some good thinking right there, wasn't it? To come out here when I'm standing in a little ring with my man, the Crusher Tim Lyle, and he's just accepted this prestigious award, and I'm standing here, but I'll tell you what, you go ahead and yak all you want to yak. I'm going to let Tim handle his own business because I know that Tim has somebody else standing back there that's got his back. So I'll tell you what, Mr. Loudmouth, you just wait till I leave, and I'm going to be a man and let you guys handle business with each other. And then we'll see what happens from there, shall we?
You got something to say, Bob?
I do, Mr. Lyle, Mr. Crusher.
There we go.
You're the Crusher, right? You're the Crusher. You've been crushing heads for the last 30 years. Been crushing heads since 1986. All up and down this country, all across the world. And now you stand here, not only as a Central Illinois Hall of Famer for this man right here in his television show,
You're jealous.
but you do
Not just my
the
television.
one thing that the Crusher was never about. You flat out lied to each and every one of these people.
Hogwash!
You never once cared about these people. You cared about getting your hand raised in victory and making more money at the pay window than anybody else. So what you did, don't worry. I know my history. I know your battles with Terry Funk. I know all the battles that you've had over your career, and there are some great ones. But just like they said sometimes you have to take the old dog. As much as you respect him, Tim, I respect you. Don't get this wrong. Don't let these people sway your judgment. I respect you almost as much as any man in the back. But sometimes you gotta tell that dog it's time to go. You gotta take that old dog behind the shed, and you gotta put a bullet in his head because he doesn't know what's good for him. So, I know this. I know this match is scheduled for later tonight, but I'm not waiting. My partner Aaron Matthews is on. He's over in California at the moment because the man is a star, baby. He's a star, and he's training to be part of American Ninja Warrior. Something not any one of these fat, out of shape people over here screaming at what can handle. So how about you get your partner out here? We get a referee, convenient. Referee Sean Rice, come on in here. Let's not wait till tonight. Let's get it done right now.
Out here right now and beat this bomb and whoever he's got lined up.
Bring out the destroyer. I want him in the ring.
You want him?
He'll knock you all the way back tonight, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match will be for the Powerhouse Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Already in the ring from Streeter, Illinois, Tim, the Crusher, Lyle! Weighing 375 pounds, the Super Destroyer!
Well, Jason V calling out the latest inductee into the Central Illinois Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Jason B must be suicidal.
Tim Lyle and his tag team partner, Super Destroyer, who are the PWCI Tag Team Champions. And Jason V was supposed to team with Aaron Matthews tonight. However, due to unfortunate circumstances, Jason V had to select another partner for tonight. Oh, and he's going to tell us who it is right about now. He's got a microphone in hand. But anyway, Super Destroyer destroyed Drew Carmelo in 10 seconds flat. As we head into the holidays, Christmas and New Year's, no events happening this weekend or next. Maybe iwa-ms is running on Tuesday night, but they might be shutting down for the holidays as well. Don't know that for sure, but we'll find out.
Okay, you can cut the Superstars music. You cut the Superstars music because tonight's the night of Giant Falls. Those tag team championships come home where they belong, and I guarantee it. Because Crusher, Destroyer, if me and my partner can't get the job done tonight, I'm leaving Powerhouse Wrestling forever.
Are you kidding me?
So, I want to introduce you to the most amazing partner I can choose. The greatest partner I can choose. A man that was trained personally by me. Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional wrestling debut. Give it up for the man, the legend in the making, the fabulous Xander Carmelo.
You have got to be kidding me! The guy with limp wrists, I mean, look at this. Jason V has bestowed his own ring rub to him. I mean, his wrists are broken, or like falling limp all the time. How's he even gonna gotta be kidding. I mean, his brother couldn't even stand up to Super Destroyer. Well, how can he stand up to Super Destroyer? Is this guy suicidal or what? Oh my goodness. I do want to say from the outset, well, we've got about a minute left in this program. We are going to feature this match, bell to bell, next week during our New Year's Week program. So we will have this tag team match, whatever happens next. It will air next week. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Safe travels. I do want to say sometime in the next few weeks we'll be airing the 2016 Year in Review show with the top 10 news stories of the St. Louis wrestling community. I pretty much know the top 3. It's 4 to 6, 4 to 10 is going to be tricky to figure out.
Before this match starts. Remember that. That's going to be the sound you're going to be hearing.
No. It's not going to be anything like that.
Don't check it
We've been
out.
working with this man about confidence, and he stands here confident that he can crush you, Lyle. He can crush the Super...
With limp wrists.
I told you to wrestle.
Kick them ass right there.
If his brother couldn't crush Super Destroyer, Xander Carmelo can't. There's no way he can. Give me a break. This is ridiculous. Fabulous Jason V. I don't know what he was thinking. But we have to get out of here for this week. We'll bring you this match next week here on the program. Thanks for tuning in to PWCI this week. I am Mad Conservative Crime Fighter. Wishing you all Merry Christmas!